Hey Janice, how you been doing?
I'm not too bad.
That's good. From your first initial visit, you was on, really shaky, so you wasn't really doing well, you told me. So that's good to hear that you have improved just a little bit. Seem like I'm doing my job right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so since the last time we met, you was telling me you was suffering with depression, and we made that a target goal. How have you been? Give me an update on what's been going on with you.
Well, I had a really bad weekend. Um, my father has Alzheimer's, and he kind of wandered off again. Couldn't find him for a little while. My daughter's trying to find a job. Um, she has lupus, and she gets really sick easily. And um, I had put my car in the shop, and um, a pipe in my bathroom upstairs broke, and I had to try and get somebody to come and fix it. And it's just like, it seemed like everything happened all at once.
Okay. Last time I was telling you that I write stuff down so I could better understand you, so I won't forget anything. I'm going to still do that in the same session. So, you was telling me all about that. I want to know, how have you been? I want to do a mood check with you on a scale from 1 to 10, with 0 being very depressed and 10 being 0 being not depressed and 10 being very depressed. How have you been on that scale?
About 8.
About an 8.
About an 8.
Oh, that's kind of high.
Yeah.
So
it was just very stressful this weekend. This last few days, it's just been hard.
And all that has just transpired over just this weekend. Your father running away. He has Alzheimer's, and
Right.
your daughter with the
My
lupus.
daughter with the lupus,
and
not being able to
find
find.
a
She
job.
thought she had a job, and she didn't get it, and she's real depressed.
And car troubles.
And the car, I just keep having this problem with my car, and I keep taking it to the shop. I'm just, and then there's always something breaking at my house. And it's an old house, but I just can't seem to get it together. So
Yeah.
I'm a little discouraged.
Yeah, don't get discouraged with it. That's why I'm here to help you to try to sort all this stuff out to try to get you back on track.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk about, assigned homework, your last session. How do you think you did with that homework?
I didn't do well.
Okay.
There was just too much stuff going on. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Okay, we'll put that on the agenda so we can focus on that. So out of all the things that's been going on, your granddaddy having Alzheimer's, your daughter got lupus and she can't find a job, your car breaking down on you, and you need things to fix at your house. Out of all those things that been going on, what do you think that we should focus on today? What would be the most prominent thing to focus on today?
Probably the Alzheimer, because that's the most stressful thing for me right now, I think.
Okay, so we'll put that on the agenda for today as well. So we got your grandfather with Alzheimer's, your father with Alzheimer's, I'm sorry. And we have your homework assignment that we're going to go over. If we have time to focus on another problem, what do you think your next problem should be?
Probably my daughter.
Your daughter with the lupus who can't find a job. Okay, so we got your problem. So can you elaborate and tell me more about your father with Alzheimer's?
Well, I have 6 brothers and sisters, and they are not helping. My father I moved him in with me so that I could try to take care of him, but I can't be there all the time. I have some friends and neighbors that come by from time to time, but I think that my sisters and brothers should help. And right now they don't think that they should have to, because I'm the oldest and they feel it's my responsibility.
So they don't help at all? They don't?
Nope.
Do they
don't.
call and see
Nope.
how you're doing?
Nope, they don't. They are living their own lives.
Have you told them that you need help?
Well, they should know I need help. I mean, anybody knows if you got somebody with Alzheimer's, you need help.
Okay. So, with that being said, do you think that you could talk with all of them together, like schedule a meeting or something, and talk with all of them and see if if they can help out, or if you can schedule days with each other. Try to make that. We can even make that as a homework assignment for you.
Okay.
You schedule a meeting with all your brothers and sisters and tell them the days that you're able to, sit down with your father and tell them that you can't do it all alone, and see if they can help out. Do you think that'd be something that you'll be able to do?
I can try. I can
Okay.
try. I mean, it sounds good. I can try.
So what would you tell them? Like, when y'all get together, what would be something that you'll say for?
I don't know. I guess I would tell them that we need to come together because this is hard for one person, and that we're all a family, and that we should be working together to take care of our father.
And then I think you should tell them that it's stressing you out, and it's a lot on you, on your plate. You're doing it all alone.
Yeah, you're right. That probably would be helpful.
Well, a suggestion that I just thought about. Do you think that y'all could try to get a nurse aide to come in through the day to try to help with him?
Well, I don't know. He doesn't have any insurance. He let it lapse, and so I don't know what it would cost. So I guess I need to find out if they would. Maybe he could get Medicaid or something. I don't know.
Okay,
To
so
help with that.
you want to make that another homework assignment? You want to try to see if is that something that you can do? You say you need to find out, so we can make that prominent a homework assignment, so you can make sure you find out and make sure you know how much it costs and stuff.
Okay, I can do that.
Have you ever thought about putting them in like a nursing home facility, or that's nothing that you would be something
Well,
that you want to do?
I think at this point we probably need to, because he's too much for me to manage by myself, and without help, I'm afraid something's going to happen to him. So at least if he was in a nursing home, there would be somebody always there to help.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm just coming out with little suggestions, and try to get your brain flowing and see if if those would be something that you'll be adamant to doing, or
Okay.
wanting to pursue or anything.
Well, I think that's a good idea. I'll look into some nursing homes
Mhm.
to see what it would take for him to be there.
Yeah, because I think with the nursing homes, you will also need to look up the Medicaid and stuff, because I think I don't know if they'll need Medicaid or something like that, so it'll both tie in, so we can, tie that in with your homework assignment as well.
Okay.
Do you think that you'll be able to accomplish those tasks with, for the homework assignment? Do you think you'll be able to accomplish those tasks with the homework assignment?
Yes.
Okay. You're fine. I know it's a lot going on. I do understand. So I understand, okay? Don't
Okay.
feel ashamed or anything.
Okay.
So I just want to go over everything that, we just talked about. I just want to really just do a summary really quick with you.
Okay.
We talked about, your father having Alzheimer's. Your daughter, she's suffering with lupus and she can't find a job. You have things going on in your house that keep breaking, and your car is having trouble. Today we set the agenda by making your father a primary goal to focus on. And throughout the session, hopefully I have time to touch on your daughter with lupus, and I want to review that homework to see why you're not understanding that. I got some homework for you. I wanted you to see if you could call your family together and see if they can help you with your father. see if you can call around nursing home to see how much it'll cost and see if your family would be, interested in putting your father to a nursing home, and about the insurance, the Medicaid or Medicare. So what did you not understand about that? Did I get everything right? I'm sorry,
Yes,
I didn't even
yes.
ask you that.
Yes.
Okay. So what was your problem with the homework? What were you not understanding?
Well, you were saying that I needed to write down what was happening when I was feeling depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just everything. And so it was just too much writing it down made me more depressed. The more I thought about it, the worse I felt. And so I stopped writing stuff down.
So did you start on the homework? Did you start
Yeah,
writing
I started
some
it, but I just couldn't do it. I mean, I started it, but it just made me feel bad.
Yeah, I understand that. So what was making you more depressed when you wrote down? What made you stop? Like, you didn't want to write it down anymore. What was the last thing you wrote down to make you feel?
When my father ran away, when we couldn't find him, it was just a lot.
So what was going through your mind when, your father?
If something happened to him, it would be my fault because I should have been taking better care of him.
But you have to understand you're not doing it on your own. You're doing it on your own. So, that could be hard and that can be challenging as well. So, who was in his care? He was in your care when you ran away?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
And what were you doing at the time? You were just busy?
I was cleaning, and I was trying to do some laundry and do some things around the house. I thought I was watching him. I thought I knew where he was in the house.
So he knows to unlock the door and just leave?
Yes, he does.
So maybe, to try to prevent it from happening next time, maybe, whatever you're doing, just try to check on him every 5 minutes, or, make sure you're walking through the house to make sure you see him, or call his name and make sure he's still, alert, like, hey, what you doing, or how you doing in there,
That's a good idea.
Because I know things can get overwhelming and, you can get sidetracked easily. I know we all do it, so don't feel, upset if you, ever get sidetracked or anything like that. So, and then when you do feel depressed and you think that you can't write it down, just think about, I'm going to get help, or I'm seeking help. So that's your primary goal, to get help. So don't, feel, very depressed when you write it down. Just, write it down, leave it there. Don't take it with you.
Okay.
Okay, so did you want to talk about a little bit about your daughter with lupus,
Well,
who can't find a job?
She gets tired very quickly, and she can't seem to keep her jobs because her energy level is not really great. And so she's really discouraged, and she wants to give up. And she says she doesn't really have a reason to live, and so that's hard for me to watch her go through that. It's hard, and I feel helpless to help her.
Okay, have she tried to get a part-time job or work, a couple days, and, because, part-time is only just 20 hours. You think, was she working full-time, or she has always been working part-time, or?
She was working temp jobs, so she didn't get, she'd be working for like a couple of months and then they let her go. She worked for a couple of weeks and then they let her go. So she feels like nobody's ever going to really want her because of her lupus. She wants to give up, so I'm trying to keep her from being discouraged.
Yeah. Did you ever ask her about, looking for like jobs on the internet, like Indeed or MonsterJobs.com that are in the area, like part-time jobs?
We tried Monster.com. We haven't tried the other ones.
Okay. You just try Indeed or look through the newspaper for part-time jobs, or like, like at the grocery stores, being a cashier, being a part-time cashier. I think those are different jobs that she'll probably like and keep her busy, and she won't be, working, there all the time. It won't be something full time for her. Um, and we'll touch much more on that. But I think our time is running out slowly. So I just want to go over everything that we went over, and after that I want to get a little feedback from you to see how you feel about this session. You came in today feeling about an 8. Your father ran away this past weekend. Y'all couldn't find him for a couple hours. You had a couple of things that was going on that was in your life, but we made getting your dad, getting help with Alzheimer's from your father, we made that as a primary goal. And some other goals that you had, some other problems that was in your life was your car was having trouble. Your house, you had stuff was tearing up in your house. Your daughter with lupus who couldn't find a job, and of course your father. We went over a little bit about your daughter with lupus who couldn't find a job. We went over a little bit about your homework and see why you was having trouble with your homework, and we tried to get like an understanding about your homework. Did you understand that a little bit clearer now?
Yes.
I set some new homework assignments for you, which are talking with your siblings, seeing if they can help out more, or trying to get him see if they want to get him into a nursing home, or see if you can get some insurance, a Medicaid or Medicare for him. And then we talked a little bit about your daughter with lupus. I was suggested that she find a part-time job, or look in the newspaper or Indeed.com, see if she can find different jobs that way. I told you we was going to go over more about that on the next session. So how was did I cover everything?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
was?
Yes,
I want to
ma'am.
get a little feedback from you.
I think it was good. You gave me some good ideas, things that I can do, especially trying to reach my family. And I'm going to try and find out about the Medicaid or the Medicare so that I can get him better treatment. So I appreciate everything that we did today.
Was there anything that I didn't cover that I should have went over?
No, ma'am. I think it was good.
All right. Well, Jenny, I hope hope those were some good tips that I told you, and I hope that you come back and see me next week. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you have some problems with any of that homework, even if it has to be the first homework assignment that you still wasn't understanding very clearly, let me know. Okay?
Okay.
All righty. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You too.